You come to Elementor and Tools, and then the Maintenance Mode tab. It's a bit confusing that the tab and the heading here says Maintenance Mode, because you can actually choose two different modes here. You can choose Coming Soon mode or Maintenance Mode. You would put your site in Coming Soon mode in the situation where you're developing a brand new website and you want all visitors to the domain to see a page that says this website is coming soon. It allows you to build the site in the background, hidden from public view, because only visitors who are not logged in will actually see the Coming Soon page. Logged in users like yourself or your clients will see the website instead, not the Coming Soon page. Whereas you would put your site in maintenance mode when you need to perform some maintenance on the site quickly. Maybe you're switching themes or you're just fixing a few things here and there. You don't want visitors to the site to see the site all messed up in the meantime while you fix or update things. So putting the site in maintenance mode will display a page to non-logged in users saying that the site is having some maintenance done and will be back up very soon. It is worth noting here, you cannot use Elementor to override the default browser maintenance message. Remember this from earlier in the module? This maintenance mode is only when you want to purposefully and manually put your site into maintenance mode and show visitors the maintenance page that you've created in Elementor. The default browser maintenance message that displays when you're updating things only shows for a few seconds at most. I've never even bothered trying to replace it. You can replace it, but just not with Elementor. I'll come back to this briefly later. Before I talk you through how to set up either of them, it's just important you understand what the fundamental difference between these two modes is. It can be a bit confusing because effectively both modes are telling your visitors that the site is offline. The difference is in the signal that your site sends to search engines when it's in either of these modes. Specifically, it's the server code your site gives to search engines. Server codes are really important for search engines. They tell them the status of your pages. Though, for example, you might have heard of a 404 page, meaning page not found. Well, 404 is just the server code that the server returns when a visitor tries to access a URL that isn't there. So if you put your site in Coming Soon mode, then when search engines or visitors visit the site will return server code 200. 200 code means all is well. All is as intended, and please index this site in search engines. In fact, all the functioning pages on your website return a 200 server code. Now, Coming Soon mode is perfect for a brand new site you're developing. You're telling search engines, this is intended. Please keep coming back. Everything is well. We want them to keep coming back so that they'll index the actual site properly when we make it live. Maintenance mode is a little bit different. This time, the site returns a 503 server code instead. 503 means service unavailable. It tells search engines there's either a temporary glitch or some maintenance going on and the site will be back very soon. Search engines understand this code and they know to check back again later. They're also not going to penalize you in the search engine rankings for your usual content pages going missing. This is why maintenance mode is a great mode to put your site in if things have gone wrong and you're fixing them, but you don't want to lose your search rankings or be penalized by search engines in the meantime. You must be careful not to leave your site in maintenance mode indefinitely. Certainly not for more than a couple of days. So the fundamental difference between these two modes is the server code that is returned when either humans or search engines come visiting. Here is how to create either a Coming Soon page or a maintenance page with Elementor. So we're still in Elementor Tools and Maintenance mode. Here we can choose one or the other. I'm going to use Coming Soon mode for this particular example. Who can access means who can access the rest of the site while this mode is activated. For our purposes, logged in is absolutely fine. So anyone logged into our WordPress site will be able to view the full site as normal. Anyone not logged in will just see the Coming Soon page. And in Choose Template, here is where you choose an existing Elementor template that you've made for this purpose. I actually made one earlier, imaginatively titled Coming Soon. I'll save changes. Now we get an unmissable bright red message that maintenance mode is on. That's not strictly true. It's actually Coming Soon mode that's on. There's a big difference, but never mind, as long as you know the situation. Okay, let's visit the live site. I'm logged into WordPress, so I can still see the usual live site, no problem. To see the Coming Soon page, I'll have to log out. I can either do that in this menu here, or I could just open a new browser window in incognito mode in Google Chrome. So now I've opened a new incognito window. I'm no longer logged into WordPress in this window, so I'll visit our site. And here we go. Here's the Coming Soon template that I made earlier. I made this page template really quickly, so it's not amazingly creative. We'll flick over to the editor. The whole thing is just in one section. It's just a logo, a bit of text, a countdown timer, another bit of text, and then an email capture box. This one's just an Elementor form that's connected to my email marketing service. I always like to take any opportunity I can to gather sign-ups. The Coming Soon page is a really good opportunity for that. And you'll notice this entire section, I set the content width to just 540 pixels. That just keeps all the content inside it nice and compact. If you don't want to create your own coming soon or maintenance page templates, or you just want a bit of inspiration to get started, Elementor comes with some example templates built into its template library. If I click Add Template, you have to search either coming soon, these are the examples, or maintenance. Remember this? Well, this is the maintenance message that's shown when you're in the middle of updating WordPress or your theme or plugins. The situation is a bit different than manually putting your site in maintenance mode. This automatic message cannot be replaced with the Elementor. And actually, I've never thought to bother. After all, it only flashes up for a few seconds anyway. Doesn't really seem worth the hassle. If you really, really want to replace this automatic maintenance page, you can do it. You have to create a file called maintenance.php. Put that inside the WP content folder on your server, and then put the content of the maintenance page that you want in that file. That's including all the HTML and CSS. As I say, you cannot create the page with Elementor. WordPress will then show that file instead, rather than the basic default message.